to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic, Kid Magic Rock. Shouts out. Here we go. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath.
Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water, family. Take your breath and drink some water. Get some water in you, family, because remember the pillars of Gye-nyame. We have to stay healthy. We have to stay healthy. Get that breath, that conscious breath, get that water, get that culturally appropriate diet, get that movement in, and most importantly, get your rest up and popping, right? Well, I don't know if you should get your rest up, but you know what I'm saying, get your rest. But anyway, family, I am here, and I want to say great Nia to each and every last one of you. Man, we are on a triple Nia today, right? We are on a Nia day, in a Nia week, in a Nia cycle, in a year of Ujima, man. So we want to really, really clap it up hard for all those Nia babies. This is, out of all days of the year, this is your day. Every principal has a triple during the year, and only one principal has a quad during the year. I have met babies born on a triple. I was born on a triple, right? Brother Malik was born on a triple. There's maybe one or two other people I ran into that's born on a triple. I have not met a quad baby yet. What's a quad baby? Somebody was born in the year, the cycle, the week, and the day. I have not met one of those yet. I'm looking forward to meeting one of those. But family, we are lifting it up and we are celebrating the Nia babies because it is your day. And for those of us who are not necessarily Nia babies, please do not miss the lessons that will be coming and made available to you through this principle today. All right? So let's go and let's build. It's time for us to light the spark. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Most importantly, if you would, make a comment. Because the only way we grow is what? If we grow. So let's clap it up for y'all. I'm going to clap it up for y'all. We clapping it up. All right, family. So let's get it moving. Life is lifing over here at Gye-nyame Journey. Just had to go and lock the door. But let's jump directly into it. So not only are we on a triple Nia day, the proverb is popping. Right, let's get it. So the proverb of the day. The proverb of our live crew out there that can't hear the sound of the proverb of the day. Proverb of the day, family. Listen up and listen closely. Someone want to hear your comments. If this one hits you, type that Ashe up in there, but I would love to hear what you think it means. I can tell you what it means to me, even though I ain't supposed to do that. That wasn't the original purpose of Proverb of the Day. I wanted to get you moving. I wanted to get your thoughts moving, but we had to change formats a little bit. It is better to eat mushrooms in freedom than to eat meat in slavery. That is from our Malawian brothers and sisters. That is a powerful proverb, and it says a lot. Many of us are holding on to our chains because it is comfortable. Many of us are not moving towards freedom because the slavery has been made to be so comfortable, right? Let me give you an example. I was watching, it's one of the Marvel movies where, I don't know whether, it must be a Thor movie. Well, anyway, maybe it's Guardians, I don't know. But Thor ends up on a planet that's run by this immortal, I can't remember who the dude's name is. Well, anyway, this dude causes people to fight. He makes people fight. So he's a game master. I think that's the one. But he ends up fighting the Hawk because in an earlier series in this Marvel franchise, Hawk took one of those ships from the Avengers and disappeared. Well, anyway, make a long story short, Thor ends up fighting the Hawk. And they run into each other, and Thor is thrilled, right? Hawk is being treated very well, but the Hawk can't leave. He got the hot pool. He has everything that he needs, everything that he wants, but it's given to him in a cage, right? It's a nice looking cage, no doubt, but it's still a cage. Family, we got to understand, many of us have traded our freedom. Many of us are not moving towards self-mastery. Many of us are not working with tribes. Many of us are not building in our community because we have surrendered ourselves to slavery. Because mushrooms are too hard. I don't want to have to get out and scrounge for the mushrooms. But let me tell you something. Mushrooms are some of the most nutritious food that you can eat. But of course, since you can't eat them on a nice mattress, you know what I'm saying? You surrender it. And I understand. But I just want you to understand, right? Because you can't be crying foul, right? Because you have decided that you prefer bondage over freedom. See, because what a lot of people don't understand, freedom has never been free. It's never been easy, right? Because we got all these people talking about, I die for freedom. But will you die to maintain it? See, because freedom requires constant maintenance, right? You got to be we got to be constantly vigilant. And one of the things that a lot of us don't understand, that freedom is never an individual endeavor. Let me say that again. Freedom is never an individual endeavor. It is something that is given to the people by the people and maintained for the people by the people. Once we start surrendering our freedom as individuals, and it eventually will move into the group. And right now in America, we pretty comfortable. We like our chains. You know what I'm saying? They don't, we got platinum now. Hey, it's not that bad. We got platinum chains and gold and silver and shit. We got nice chains now. You know what I'm saying? We not sleeping on hay anymore. You know what I'm saying? We got goose down feathers and shit like that. Right? It's pretty good, right? We got mattresses with memory foam. Right? Come on now. We got all the bells and whistles. But are we free? Are you free? Just some thoughts. Just some food for thoughts. I would love to hear what you think. You know what I'm saying? If I said something that touched you, go on, type in that Ashe. Let a brother know. Let a brother know. It gets lonely out here. No, I'm just joking. What's crazy is I am surrounded by love on a daily basis. It is amazing to me, right? But let me tell you, there's always trade-offs, right? So, anyway, so we're going to move to the ancestral algorithm for the day. The ancestral algorithm for the day, right? Are you ready? Ancestral algorithm for the day. Well, before I even get into the ancestral algorithm, let's look at the focus of the ancestral algorithm. The focus of the ancestral algorithm on Nia, because we got 10 different ones, but the ones for Nia specifically is about overcoming aimlessness and a program of depression. Now, I'm saying program of depression, and I'm not saying it to belittle those who suffer from depression, or belittle the feeling of depression, or belittle the diagnosis of depression. I understand, because some people have serious chemical imbalances. So, I feel you, right? But now, can I speak? Depression, a program that comes about when we are stripped of purpose. When we are aimless. When we are aimless, or we are being shot at a target by someone else. I'm gonna let the thunder crack on that one. Many of us are aimless or being shot at a target that we don't even want to go to. Matter of fact, many of us are being shot at targets that we don't even know where it's at. We just got to get out here and get this money. I just got to get out here and work. I got to maintain this car. Got to maintain this house payment. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Some of you are fortunate enough to have purpose on your daily grind, as they would call it, right? Having a venture to go to, like Brother Haatim, right? But many of you are just on an aimless hustle, right? Aimless, right? So the focus today is overcoming aimlessness and the program of depression. Once we throw into our system, our personal system, right, the guidance of a purpose, because purpose, when we program the purpose, and since we talking algorithm and computer talk, once we program the purpose into our system, right, it overrides the idea of depression, right? I ain't gonna say it's going to balance out the chemicals. Those of you that have the chemical imbalance and all that, get help. Those of you who are suffering depression, and you could trace it back to the fact that you don't know why you even live, why you exist, this means that you are purposeless. Once you plug the purpose in, it may eliminate 90% of that, because we always going to run into feeling like we need to be doing more, or you can't get rid of that. You can't get rid of that, right? This is something that in religious tradition they've been dealing with for a long time. This, it's a feeling that we get that I'm incomplete. I need to get more. It's a drive, a desire, right? You're never going to get rid of that. But you can throw purpose on or purpose into your life and help guide that energy to make your life better and to make your community and your tribe's life better. So now, let's get to the ancestral algorithm. Listen, my Nia is my North Star. I am never lost. Come on now. Say it with me now. Anime, get them. You got them? Anime is on it. My Nia is my North Star. I'm listening. What's up, Simba? Simba say you heard something, y'all. Let's try it again. My Nia is my North Star. I am never lost. Come on now, say it with me. My Nia is my North Star. I am never lost. And if I am never lost, we are never lost. Damn. That's that loop. My Nia is my North Star. I am never lost. Let me hear. I'm listening. Can you hear him, anime? Anime listening. Anime listening. Uh-oh. No? How about now? Try it again. My Nia is my North Star. I am never lost. All right, man. Salute y'all. Y'all are just saying it. Saying it with your chest. Saying it with your emotions. Using the emotional energy to grind that idea into your gray matter, right? To grind that idea into your mind. Use those emotions. Act it out, right? My Nia is my North Star. I am never lost. All right. Let's get to the Ubuntu loop for the day. All right. The Ubuntu loop is very, of course, the adjective that we are using today is driven. Is that an adjective? Driven. I don't know. Driven. All right. But We're using it to mean propelled. Is that a verb? Driven. Is somebody doing something? I guess it's a verb. Propelled forward by an internal unquenchable fire that overcomes stagnation. I am propelled forward by an internal unquenchable fire that overcomes stagnations, which means we are propelled forward by an internal unquenchable fire that overcomes stagnation. I am driven because we are driven, and we are driven because I am driven. You understand what I'm saying? Family, if we don't start investing all of ourselves into the things that we are doing, we will never accomplish it. I'm trying to get you to practice. Practice putting your emotions into where they need to be put, rather than allow your emotions to be pulled on and controlled by others. We're not Vulcans. We don't have total control of our emotions. So I'm telling you to put them and use them to make your life better. So say it with your chest. I am driven because that's right. And we are driven because you are driven. And what does driven mean for us? Propelled forward by an internal unquenchable fire that overcomes stagnation. It burns it up. Your purpose, once your purpose starts moving you, family, it burns up stagnation. Stagnation can't stand a chance. Right? So, all right, now, good. We had 16 minutes. I'm doing good. So, the haikus that I came up with this morning is disguise slavery. As pretty as it can be, still remains bondage. I know I need to get Ashe for that. I know somebody need to type in Ashe or a fire emoji for that one. In fact, take some pictures. Yep. Hold on. Hand up. Let me get it with the pen in my hand. Hold on. There we go. Come on. And should I put it in my ear? Should I put the pen in my ear? Hold on. I'll put the pen in my ear. Yep, there we go. Listen, that man is haikuing. I'm on a streak. Hold on. Let's do the next one. Depression moves in. When you cannot find purpose, the system moved it. That one was sparked by Who Moved My Cheese. It was a little book with a mouse who it's called Move the Cheese or something like that. Depression moves in when you cannot find purpose. The system moved it. The system has moved your purpose out the way. Guess what they replaced your purpose with? A job. And what's so crazy to me is that they named job, J-O-B, after one of the most persecuted characters in the Bible. Who want that shit? Right? You supposed to suffer for 30 years so that you can just be taken care of. And what's even crazier about that, family, they got rid of that shit. Pensions, a company is no more responsible for you. You supposed to take your own. You supposed to work for 30 years for motherfuckers, and you supposed to take care of yourself after that. Right? And living in a culture where they say, if you don't work, you don't eat. So what happened when you retire? See, I used to think that the answer was UBI, Universal Basic Income, and I was talking to my young people about it because we need to talk with our young people about our political aspirations. This is why. Listen. Because if they don't know, then they're going to continue voting in the way that we have been voting. And the way we've been voting and the actions that we have been taking have not been working. So we need to make sure that they know, hey, this shit ain't working. It ain't working. We need y'all to be wiser. Right? So Haatim, what do you mean universal basic services? Because with universal basic income, with the mind state that capitalism has on our people and the people here in this country, they will do nothing but allow the government to give out money and increase the prices of their services, right? Because they have to keep this system. Capitalism only works when there is a class that is constantly striving, struggling, and producing. That's the only time it works. It needs a class of individuals that's doing all the work, right? So now, rather than sending everybody money so that they could take the price up of everything, and then the government had to send out more money to eventually we move towards brokedom, what about universal basic services? Housing, education, food, right? The basics is provided. It's universal, right? Now, you can keep it in America, whatever, right? But basic services, right? You deserve to have a house. You deserve to be able to eat just because we're here. And I know some of y'all going to disagree with that. But hey, family, we are a tribal people. And I know the programming that you are under tells you that everybody is not worthy of life. But I will submit to you that may be part of the problem. The way we have been taught to look at other human beings as not human beings, but as commodities, which makes it hard for us to see them as human beings and not producers of whatever. You don't have a job, I don't see your humanity. The fuck? I mean, even up to this day, me, you know what I'm saying? I got people around me ain't working or struggling, and I have to remind myself, right? But for fortunate events, I could be in the same situation. So I shouldn't undervalue their worth because I'm measuring it against what I've been told worth should be. And they should have access to basic resources. And I know people are like, well, everybody won't work. Y'all need to get out of other people's business. We need to worry about our tribe, right? Because I know for a fact we have people in our tribe who will get basic services and still get out here and do the work. Of course, you got people around you that ain't going to, then hey, what they get is what they get. Boom, you get to live. You can survive. Ain't no useless eaters. We ain't on that shit. That's that German shit. That's that Nazi shit, right? That ain't us. That ain't never been us. All right? You get what you get. You like the basics? I don't like the basic, right? I could have been doing basic AI a long time ago. No, I don't like the basic shit. I like elevating, right? So I got to find other ways so that I could get. You understand what I'm saying? It's not your business if somebody is satisfied with the basics. They should be able to live. They should be able to have a place they have their head. They have a place of their own where they can lay their head, or a place that they share with other people where they can lay their head. But anyway, that we ain't. I can't even remember. All right. So depression moves in when you cannot find purpose. The system moved it. So the whole idea is that the system replaced purpose with a job. What you getting out here earning your keep rather than finding and doing and moving in your purpose. And many of us have okayed that shit. I'm not okay with that shit. I'm not okay with teaching the kids that shit. It's just something whack about that shit to me. All right, but anyway, that's me. Purpose propels me, providing that to move. Oh, providing the thrust to move into my future. Purpose propels me, providing the thrust to move into my future. Cool. I'm taking out. Yep. I'm doing pictures. That's right. Yep. Yep. Go on, snap a picture because I'm haikuing. Damn it. I'm haikuing. That's what I'm doing. But anyway, so now let's move into the script. We had 25 minutes. I was ahead of the curve, and then I got on one, right? But anyway, let's go on and get to the script. The show is entitled today, The North Star Sovereignty, Purpose, Freedom, and a Refusal of Comfortable Chains. Dope. All right, let's get it. Here is the official haiku of the day, The North Star in the Soul. Wild mushrooms on free terrain, chains will never feed. I ain't even gonna snap a picture. I ain't gonna snap. Just ring the. Thank you for the thunderclap. Thank you. I'm high. I know. Can I get the bell, please? Thank you. Here we go. So I need you to pull up a chair on our imaginary porch that we working on. I do not let my hat down here. Take your breath down into your belly, right into the Kumba spot, as we do. Come on, settle in. 10. I'm counting down. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Calm your breath. Open up your mind. And get this ancestral medicine, right? We are on 82126-3. We stand on day 68 of the 70-day process, the 70-day ancestral algorithm process, vibrating in a radiant, clarifying frequency of Nia, purpose for the uninitiated, the golden yellow light of solar clarity, focus, mission, and unwavering direction. Man, the ancestors are giving us our navigational algorithm for the day. My Nia is my North Star. I am never lost. Anchoring this algorithm is a sharp, unvarnished jewel of Southern African wisdom from the people of Malawi. It is better to eat mushrooms in freedom than to eat meat in slavery. Some of y'all would disagree. Some of y'all would disagree. I know some haters out there disagree right now, man. I'm mad that I even had the audacity to even say that, right? Look at the historical tape for August 21st or 8/21/26-3. The universe does not deal in coincidence. It deals in frequencies and alignment. On the night of August 21st, 1791, in the dense dark woods. Now, this is the second time that we done said that this done happened. This is the Bois Caïman in Saint Domingue. Boys came in, enslaved Africans gathered under the leadership of Duty Bookman and the priestess Cecilia Fatiman. They looked upon the opulent plantation tables, heaping with meat bought at the price of their own blood, degradation, and spiritual death, and made a sacred, irrevocable vow. They chose the wild mushroom of the rugged hills, the bitter herbs of the jungle, and the perils of total warfare over another hour of comfortable submission. The ceremony lit the flame of the Haitian Revolution, birthing the first free black republic in the Western Hemisphere and demonstrating that when a people's Nia is anchored in sovereignty, the mightiest empires collapse before them. Because if I'm correct, they whooped the French, they whooped the Spanish, and they whooped the British. Let's give it up for Haiti. Let's give it up for Haiti. I know a lot of y'all talk about the aftermath, what happened after, but I'm talking about what they did. Let's talk about what they did, right? Because what they had to pay and all that shit. They try to take away the victory. And in fact, we're going to make sure that France get them their money back. See, that's called Pan-Africanism, right? We need to make sure that France pay them back their money. Give back what you stole, France. Fuck that. We ain't know that. 40 years later, on August 21st, listen, 40 years later, on August 21st, 1831, in Southampton County, Virginia, Nat Turner stood tall. Guided by a deep spiritual vision and an unyielding commitment to divine justice, he refused to allow himself or his people to be pacified by whatever crumbs slaveholders tossed under the table. He understood it. My fault. I said understand it. He understood that a gilded cage is still a cage, and the soul of an African cannot survive on seasoned meat fed by the hands of the oppressor. Right? So, now, bring this history into the laboratory of your own mind, body, and spirit today. I want you to think about that, right? We got a connection with Haiti and what happened with Nat Turner's rebellion. I want you to bring that into the laboratory of your mind on this day, which just happens to be a triple Nia. Powerful day, right? Triple Nia. Anyway. How many of us in our modern walk have traded our Nia, our divine purpose, our creative sovereignty, and our moral compass for a steady bowl of seasoned meat in a corporate or psychological plantation? We suffer from an oppressed mind state because we were conditioned to believe our physical well-being remains in the hands of our captors. That's one of those questions. That came from 36 Gye-nyame questions. Shh, don't tell nobody. How many warriors have surrendered their dreams, suppressed their voices, and silenced their ancestral fire just to maintain a comfortable paycheck? Shots fired. Shit. Shots fired. We ain't playing today. Shots fired. God damn. Let me read that again. Whew. How many warriors have surrendered their dreams, suppressed their voices, and silenced their ancestral fire just to maintain a comfortable paycheck, a superficial title, or the hollow approval of an oppressive culture? Damn. Shots fired. Shots fired. When you live without a clear purpose, you become easily bribed. You accept the scraps of validation from systems that do not love you, while your internal spirit starves in the dark. As the knowledge holders teach us in the tree of life, in the African openness to the tree of life, listen, the uncentered self cannot agree on its direction. It is weak in force, and what does not strengthen must be released, for it is a false treasure. That's two separate proverbs. That compromise drags your consciousness down into the reactive survival cycle of, guess what? Mad, sad, and scared. You feel the underlying rage of knowing you are compromised, mad, and deep grief of your neglected potential, sad, and the constant anxiety of losing the master's table, scared. Damn, that's a horrible way to live. Y'all out there living like that? Shit. Damn. Damn. Whew. I guess, because every now and then you need to hear some shit like this. If you ain't living like that, to be like, damn, it ain't that bad, huh? Shit. You got people living like that? Shit. All right. In the Gye-nyame Journey tribe, and as detailed in the Player's Pyramid, as well as the Warrior's Handbook for Life's Journey, you get those. If you go to the link in the description, you go to my author's page. It's in there. Just click the author's page. True self-mastery is an exercise in what? Say it with me. That's right. Via Negativa. The sacred art of subtraction. Cutting it off. Start cutting shit off. To align with Nia, you do not need to hunt for an external map. You must read from your own scroll and scrape away the toxic buildup of comfortable captivity. All right, so here we go. Here's some things for you. Subtracting the appetite for appeasement. Purge the desire to be accepted by institutions and crowds that demand the mutilation of your authentic soul. Shots fired. Damn. Oh, wow. Somebody going, here, take a picture of me. This is me before y'all start hating, and this is me after. Same, right? Okay. All right. I just want to make sure. Purge the desire to be accepted by institutions and crowds that demand the mutilation of your authentic soul. Die to the unbalanced passion of fear, pride, and greed that opposes your consciousness. Learn to love the simple wild mushroom of self-determination over the poisoned feast of dependency. Damn. Scraping away distraction and drift. Purpose is the ultimate antivirus for a scattered mind. As the knowledge holders instruct, only the inner head will accompany the devotee on a long journey without turning back. When you know your why, you consult the inner head and stop drifting into every petty debate, meaningless trend, and manufactured outrage. All right. Last, clearing the victim script. Stop waiting for external savior to hand you permission to build. Living the 3 keys of nation building: honor, loyalty, and sacrifice. Means recognizing that liberation carries a price tag. Every hand must hold the soil. Oh, my mind just went somewhere. I'm sorry. Every hand must hold the soil. No one rides for free. When you anchor your life in your ancestral North Star, you realize you are already equipped with everything necessary to chart your course. When your Nia is locked onto the North Star, external storms cannot disorient you. The terrain may be rugged, the resources may temporarily be as humble as wild mushroom, but your soul remains sovereign, unconquered, and free. You walk with your head high, your spine aligned, and your spirit vibrating at peace, power, and joy with it, which is worth it. Warriors, elders, mothers, nation builders, Watotos, choose freedom over pacification today. Lock onto your North Star, honor your purpose, and never trade your divine serenity for comfortable chains, no matter how pretty they are. Family, that's all I got to say today. If you would, go down into the description, click the link, go to my dot page. You got my number. You got my number. You got my you get on that on the Telegram group. You can get your T-shirts. You could tip me. You could buy me a coffee. You get your free Nguza Saba narrative map. You know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of good stuff down there. Go and check it out. Support. Become a supporter. Because if I don't ask you to support, you ain't going to do it. So I got to ask. So, yo, this is Brother Haatim, and you know what that means. You are now listening to Gye-nyame Journey Radio. This is a Heart of a Symbol production. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigm.